me tell y'all something here. I get along with everybody. I really do. I get along with everybody. So I'm standing there and I was talking to Kadeen and DeVal Ellis. And DeVal Ellis is on Sister. So I'm talking to this. So this unnamed celebrity actress who shall remain nameless. I'm standing there talking, somebody grabbed my arm and they forcefully turned me around. So I'm in a good mood. So I go, hi, what's going on? Because I know her. And she says to me, she goes, you've been shading me a lot. That's what she said to me.
Sherri doesn't like how Nia Long treated her when they last saw each other at a Hollywood party, and she's telling everyone about it. At first, when Sherri shared the story on her show, she didn't say who pushed her at the OEL premiere in New York, but she gave enough clues for people to figure out she was talking about Nia Long. Now that everyone knows who she meant, Sherri isn't keeping quiet anymore. She's calling out Nia for being rude many times and creating problems out of nothing. Sherri thought she was going to the event to have fun and spend time with friends. Instead, Nia turned the night into a big mess. She was so mean to Sherri that Sherri's wig even fell off.
For those of you that are finding it hard to believe that Nia Long was allegedly the person that Sherri Shepherd was, that Sherri Shepherd was talking about, that ran up on her to address her about statements that she made about her and how she had been shading her, I would like to just remind y'all that Nia Long herself is literally from the same neighborhood in which they filmed Friday, which was one of the first couple of movies that we ever saw Nia Long in, okay? She's from the hood. Like, don't let that pretty, soft-spoken voice fool you, okay? It is a lot of bitches from the hood that are Nia Longs, okay? And I think that that's the part that y'all are forgetting. She is an LA hood bitch. She just so happened to be pretty.
The Broadway show OEL had its big opening on March 23rd, and so many famous people were there. The show was made by Candy Burris and her husband Todd Tucker, with big stars Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal playing the main parts. The crowd was full of celebrities. Angela Bassett came, J-Lo was watching, even Martha Stewart showed up. Former President Joe Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden attended too. And of course, Sherri Shepherd was there to join the celebration. People saw Nia Long on the red carpet with a big smile on her face. Everything looked nice and friendly. But just a few days later, Sherri said something on her talk show that got everyone talking. Sherri told her viewers that things weren't as nice at the event as they seemed. She said while she was talking with her friends, someone suddenly grabbed her arm and spun her around roughly, like she had stolen something. Sherri stood there feeling confused and wondering what was happening. Then this person said something to her.
I'm standing there talking, somebody grabbed my arms and they forcefully turned me around. So I'm in a good mood. So I go, hi, what's going on? Because I know her. And she says to me, she goes, you've been shading me a lot. That's what she said to me. And I said to her, I said, no, I haven't, because I was really confused. And then she goes, yes, you have. And then she just walked off. Now, let me tell you something. First of all, I know who I shade because I don't shade many people. It might be one person I shade. And I never have shaded a named celebrity.
Did you notice how Sherri kept saying a lot? Keep that in mind because we'll talk about it again soon. Remember when Sherri took over the Wendy Williams show? Many fans weren't very happy about this change. What's interesting is that her new show is kind of like Wendy's show, but without the famous purple chair and without all the mean comments about celebrities. Sherri just shares the news, gives her thoughts, and that's it. Simple. Sherri first tried to ignore what happened at the event, but as she kept talking about it, she got more and more angry. She was so upset that she went to the bathroom and waited for this mystery person to come in so she could talk to her face to face.
Unnamed, so I was mad. I was really mad. And I said, you know what? You don't freaking get to do that to me. So I went to the bathroom during intermission. I stood there for 15 minutes waiting for a meeting in the ladies' room. Okay? I stood there. You want to tell me I shaded you?
But the mystery person never showed up, and Sherri just kept all those angry feelings inside. Later, all that anger came pouring out on her show. Even then, she didn't say the person's name. She just asked other celebrities to contact her so they could fix their problems. Sherri didn't directly tell who the person was, but when people hear about celebrity drama, they get very interested and start looking for clues. Remember how Sherri did that impression? People noticed how she kept saying a lot exactly the way Nia Long talks. It was a perfect copy. Page 6 magazine also confirmed the story. Someone told them it really was Nia Long who confronted Sherri like that, while other people at the event were watching everything. and Nia does have a reputation for being rude and hard to work with. Remember that scene in the movie Best Man where she slapped Taye Diggs really hard? He was so upset that he promised never to work with her again. He called her unprofessional and mean.
I was pissed. I was like, I'm never gonna work with her again. You know, how unprofessional.
Even though Taye Diggs forgave her, Nia soon found herself fighting with Taraji P. Henson while filming the 3rd season of Empire. Nia might be tough, but Taraji wasn't going to let anyone treat her badly, especially on a show where she was the star. It didn't take long before Nia got kicked off the show. People have also caught Nia talking badly about other actresses, especially ones she thinks took roles that should have been hers or said something negative about her. So her grabbing Sherri and confronting her fits with what we know about her behavior. Now, Sherri has done some things people question, like when she supported Jonathan Majors. But that's not a good reason for another grown-up to put their hands on her and pull her aside like she was a little kid being punished, especially in front of so many people.
So, number one, I don't like how Nia Long approached her. If you did want to speak to her, felt some type of way, felt like she was shading you, she could have been like, hey, when you get a chance at the end of tonight, I like to chat. Or if you did see her later, that could have been a conversation without it being like, you've been shading me, and then like walked off. Like, girl, what? How did you expect someone to react after saying something like that?
Sherri has never said anything bad about Nia. Actually, when people were telling Nia to stay with her cheating ex Ime Udoka, Sherri defended her. Sherri praised Nia for walking away from that situation and not accepting less than she deserved.
No, and I'm going, first of all, it's private, so if she did go through some cheating episodes that nobody knew about, but maybe this was the impetus for her to just say, I'm worth more than this. I deserve better than this. Maybe she was tired of being tired.
Every time Sherri talked about Nia in the past, she only said nice things. She just posted a photo of herself with a caption saying, "About last night," showing she didn't care at all about the situation. If Sherri is waiting somewhere hoping Nia will call and say sorry, she might be waiting forever. People who know Nia know that she never apologizes for what she does.
It's so confused. I'm so sweet. I'm a praying person. If you need something, I'll give you some scriptures. I'll make you feel good. But I am from Chicago, okay? I don't play like that.
Stories about Nia being mean have been going around Hollywood for a long time, but Sherri never saw this side of her until now. Sherri isn't going to just forget about what happened. She wants Nia to admit that what she did was completely wrong. People have different opinions about both of them. One person said, "I'm not trying to take Sherri Shepherd's side, but I really think Nia Long is mean behind the scenes. People just like her because of her looks and how she acts in public." Another fan mentioned, "Remember those stories about Nia and Taraji not getting along on Empire? Don't be surprised about this thing with Nia and Sherri. Someone else didn't care at all. Nia Long could have grabbed Sherri by her wig and swung her around like a helicopter and I wouldn't care." If you had to pick a side, do you think Nia was wrong, or was Sherri just playing the victim? Share what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.